All right, we're back. February 11th, 2024, Super Bowl Sunday, the Taylor Swift Bowl, the Bristle Boys in the studio. Lottie and Mac, Angry Jay, ready to swear today. He's been given permission. The commish applied for Major League Baseball commissioner job. Everybody knows that. The Don Father's actually not working this weekend. The tax man blew us off, but Crocker is here. And our sponsor, Capital Securities, Joe Moriello, a life well planned. Guys, if you have some extra cash laying around, I suggest you give Joe a call and plan for your future. Joe, where are you?
I'm right back here.
Joe, you're a UConn alum, right?
Sure am.
Holy Cross, Waterbury, UConn. Do you like college basketball?
Love college basketball.
And who's your favorite squad?
I go to Holy Cross High School, class of '91.
Okay, how about college?
College, I'm a big UConn fan.
Really? Speaking of big in UConn, executive producer Kevin Ross has brought in our special guest today. We're not going to waste your time today. We're going to have real content with our guest, Donovan Clingan, DC, Kling Kong. Welcome, Donovan, to the studio.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
You probably don't like it, and nobody knows it, but we have our own nickname for you.
That's true.
The Charter Oak, the most famous tree in Connecticut. Donovan.
That's a good one.
We're going to, that's what we call you on here.
Yeah, we don't
Let's
go
go.
Kling Kong, no.
Nah, that's too easy. We don't do easy. John Kennedy.
With the
we do
Oaks.
things because they're hard. As a youngster, overlooked baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about how your experiences in baseball and your passion for other sports besides basketball?
Yeah, I mean, I miss baseball. I'll tell that. I'll tell everyone that, to this day. I, as boring as it was at times, sit at first base. I loved pitching and hitting, and growing up playing overlook. A couple Bristol guys that I used to play with, and then moving on to rivals, and then once COVID hit, I had to move my focus to basketball. But I miss baseball a lot. It was just another sport to look out to, and there was times where I loved baseball more than basketball.
I heard a great story from Brookfield's athletic director, Steve Baldwin, who was your coach back in the day, and you guys were at a tournament, and these baseball parents are nuts.
Yeah.
And it's a constant 2 hours of complaining because you have nothing else to do. So the parents, drinking out of their Yetis on the sidelines like they're fooling somebody and
I think
complaining.
Stanley's now, but
Oh yeah, big stupid cup. And they were screaming and hollering about you not being the age limit. I'm going to say 10 or whatever. And Coach Baldwin,
Yeah.
real level-headed guy. After about 2-3 innings, he finally screamed back. He's like, "You're right. He's not 10. He's 8," or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I always played up, even basketball, but baseball too. I always would play a year up, and people would say I'm not the age that everyone else is, and I was like, yeah, I'm not. I'm actually younger.
Yeah, that's
So it
awesome.
was-
That's
it was
a
kinda
big
funny.
strike zone in the
yeah.
batter's box, no?
Oh yeah.
Now, just watching you from a distance as a kid, and I'm really interested to hear this, obviously, stereotype-wise or whatever, you're tall, so you should be playing basketball. I looked at you at a young age, and I was like, I wonder if he even likes basketball. And we don't know what we like when we're little. We like to just play, right?
Yeah.
When did it click that you're like, this is awesome, this is a cool sport?
Yeah, probably my 8th grade. 8th grade going to my freshman year of high school, I was really I'm 7 feet now, and I'm really starting to get taller, and it's just started to have fun with this. I really locked in, just trying to work out, get better and better every day, and I still loved baseball. Then walking away from baseball was hard, but I realized I had a big future ahead of me on the basketball court, and really once I got to high school, it was I really enjoyed playing basketball.
Any other sports stick out?
Yeah.
Did you try football?
No, never did.
Goalie? Soccer?
No.
Could have taught Harry a thing or
know.
two.
is fishing a sport? Fishing a sport?
Oh, fishing is a sport.
That's a big
I'd say
thing.
that's a
You're
sport. Yeah,
I disagree there.
I do a lot of that.
It's an
Ted
activity.
Williams and Donovan say it's a sport, and Bobby
listen,
Knight, it's a freaking sport.
I don't disagree with the fact that it's an activity and it might be fun, but your opponent doesn't know he's playing, so it can't be a sport. But anyway,
Angling is a sport.
There you go.
That's what we call it.
You ever watch Jaws?
is that a sport?
That guy had an opponent. That thing ate the boat, dude. You better get a bigger boat. You said once it clicked and you started really putting work in. And I know that, it seems like legend, but you got up every morning and went with your high school coach and got after it before anyone else thought about getting up. Can you tell us about those workouts?
Yeah, I mean, for 4 years of high school, I was, at Bristol Central working out at 5:45 every morning before school started, and with my assistant principal, Ryan Broderick, and also, my high school coach, Tim Barrett. It was, 30, 45 minutes in the weight room getting stronger, and then go on the court for however much time I had. And, it was just, it was the grind, but, I knew it would pay off when I got to this level. And, I'm not, I wake up early still, but it's not 5:45 really.
Donovan, I don't know if you know this, but everybody had an opinion in Bristol back in the day. Should you stay at Bristol Central? Should you go here? Should you go there? How hard a decision was it to stay at BC? Tell us a little bit about that process in your mind.
Yeah, I mean, it was a difficult decision just because I knew the competition level elsewhere would have been a little bit better, and it would have prepared me for the next level. But I try to be as loyal as I can, and I stayed with my AAU team throughout the whole year of my span in high school, and just Tim Barrett. I knew he pushed me to the level that I needed to be pushed to make it to the next level, and I was still learning, I was still working hard, and I was playing at a high level with my AAU team, so I knew just practicing. And staying at Bristol Central, I'll still be all right at the next level, and it's just a lot of a loyalty thing.
And most importantly, you got a chance to stay and play with Vic and Carson and some of the guys you grew up with from the boys club days, and that had to be special for you too to win a title with those guys.
Yeah, I mean, just playing Bristol Boys and Girls Club with Carson, Victor, Sean, and all those guys, and be able to play with them in middle school and then go on and play in high school, win a state championship, that's, I remember that forever.
Hey, hold on. One more thing about that, and you don't have to sell anyone out, but feel free to. Any programs or coaches that might have implied or said directly, we're not going to recruit you as hard if you don't leave that little bandbox school?
Really, no. I mean, there's a lot of schools I feel like were trying to tell me to stay here just because they didn't want me going elsewhere and get more of a national brand.
Oh, okay, that's a
good point. They were just really just stay there.
Okay.
Listen, I've been saying to these guys since we started doing this, I give you huge credit because nobody does that anymore. Like most of the kids in high school, they go to one of these elite prep schools. I mean, did you have them constantly calling you guys and trying to get you to leave?
Yeah, I mean, it was multiple days a week. I was getting phone calls from different prep schools, Brewster, Oak Hill, those types of prep schools, but I told them I was just I want to stay here.
I remember because I was asking your high school coach, there was a kid that right before, I think you were in 8th grade, a kid, Jaquan Spencer, went to Bristol Central, and I was trying to recruit him for Division III, and he said to me, he's like, well, I got this big kid coming in 8th grade. I'm like, well, how good is he? He's like, no, he's legit. I'm like, well, is he going to stay there? And then I was saying to these guys all along, I'm like, I got to give this kid credit because most they leave. They leave. Most of you guys leave.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big loyalty thing for me, and I just trusted the development process, and I stuck it out.
Kudos to you, man.
So I was reading an article in a Connecticut online magazine the other day talking about how enrollment for high school sports is down. I mean, I'll talk about girls basketball for a second. A lot of high schools can't even field teams. Like Valley Regional made it to the state finals last year. They only had 4 girls try out for the varsity team this year.
You kidding me?
No, they don't have a team this year. And a lot of that is due to specialization. More girls playing volleyball, trying to go to college. You're obviously a freak athlete. What are your thoughts about kids in specialization? Do you think they should play additional sports, or if you're totally locked in, because it's killing enrollment for a lot of these other sports?
I mean, yeah, especially through the high school days where you're growing as a person and as an athlete, really just trying to find out what you love and what sport you love. I feel like it's important to expand your interests and try to go try new sports. If you don't like it, you don't like it. You know what I mean? But it's important to go out there, expand your mind and expand your options and try to see what fits best for you.
You know what? I don't know how you guys feel. This is a hot one now because sports is taking a nosedive overall. But, for a situation like Donovan, and he realized that at a point, and he's bigger than everybody else, that's the time you go to one sport. All these kids, and here's a crazy thing with parents. I've been hearing this, they're stuck in the 1980s and oh, it's your junior year where you get recruited. That's the most important year. My travel coach said, I got to play one sport because that's when you get recruited. Don't you get recruited as soon as you're good? Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter when.
You're recruited at the level you can play at.
Yeah. I mean, this kid from Northwest Catholic I watched yesterday, the coach's son. I mean, no love anywhere just because of the kids. I mean, it's hard to play
5'8",
somewhere.
yeah.
It's hard to play. Do you know who I'm talking about? The little Mirabella?
Yeah.
He's good, man.
I played against him. Hey.
Yeah. Speaking of, we're moving into high school now. Storied career interrupted by COVID. We got to go to some games during the COVID year. They let like 2 parents in or whatever. My son was filling up Gatorade jugs, so that, bottles, so they let us come in. But do you remember the Windsor team that year that you guys played in whatever postseason?
Yeah, it was
thing they
CCC. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a CCC tournament.
Was that at Central?
At home, yeah.
Yes, I do.
So they had a kid. I mean, obviously they were loaded. They had McCoy's son. Is that right?
Yeah.
And
Tyler Betsy.
Betsy was a
Betsy,
freshman.
yep.
Yeah.
Do you talk about Betsy a little bit? I mean, is he going to be okay? And
Yeah.
did you think he might be a UConn guy?
I mean, I thought that we had a chance, but I feel like the type of player he is and the way he plays, I feel like, he made the decision, obviously, to go. I think he's going to Cincinnati, but, he's a great shooter. One thing that I feel like everyone worried about is just the toughness in the defense. And,
Skinny, yeah.
So it's just, I think we had a chance, but, obviously he chose what he thought was best for him.
Yeah, he worked out hard at the Bristol Sports Armory during COVID. Tyler Betsy, before he was 6'8", another 6'8" shooter.
Yeah.
Gavin
Stay at
Griffiths.
Windsor either.
Struggling. You played with him at AAU, right?
Yeah, I did.
You tight with him?
Yep. It was like a year or two we played together.
Yeah. I hope he gets over this hump because as soon as he gets it on the
good.
defensive end, man, he'll be fine.
Yeah, he's good.
Donovan, talk a little bit about staying with BC. Your junior and senior year, you guys didn't lose a game.
Yeah.
Dominant. Obviously, your junior year, you would have been state champions.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the best 2-year runs in the history of the state. You got a ton of games taken away from you, and you still put up prolific career scoring numbers. Just talk a little bit about the last 2 years, and especially your senior year. After not being able to win it all your junior year, was that a little bit of motivation for you guys going into that fall?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at our junior season, the run in the postseason was, much stronger, and it looked much better for us, like the teams we won. But, it really didn't feel like, state championship really wasn't fans there. The hype around it wasn't there. So our senior year, I really, motivated to, go out there and play at Mohegan, not at the opposing team's gym. You know what I mean? So that was really important to us, and I miss it. It was much easier. Practices were hour or two shorter. I wasn't waking up next day sore, every single day, but it all paid off.
I don't think people realize the pressure you guys were under your senior year in high school to win the whole thing, because everybody across the state thought it was a foregone conclusion. And that semifinal game at Hill House was a bloodbath. You had 4 guys hanging on you the whole game. And to get through that, and it's almost like Northwest Catholic was at that point a formality. We were all there, and the game was never in doubt. But a lot of pressure on that team. I give you guys credit and coach credit for that.
I want to go back to that Wilton game. I think they took a shot at the end of regulation from deep
To win.
and everyone let out of like a collective gasp.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really the only time I've ever seen the main court in that facility. Usually it's that AAU side.
Right, exactly.
But I was behind a basket with Crocker and the Taxman and Woj, right? And I swear my heart left my body when that kid shot that
too.
ball.
It did.
It did draw iron, right?
Yeah.
And
How deep was it?
What?
Where was it from?
It was from
It was-
the right wing deep, but they had 2 guys that were making weird stuff.
Yeah.
And
It
that
was-
game, I love. We all do. I love high school basketball. I've
Hated
never ever seen what happened
Yeah.
that day ever in pickup with dirty pickup old asshole guys
Yeah, I
that are
heard
like,
about
oh,
this,
ref, you
actually.
never see that.
Yeah, that was the
They
one
were the guy,
game
like,
where I was
tripping
like,
him
I don't
behind.
like this sport.
They were hooking the
Yeah,
back of
it
his leg
was-
and pushing him over. Like he hit the
Their goal
ground
was for me
double
not to
digit
dunk.
times.
Their team goal was for me not to get a single dunk in the game, and the goal worked, but
Terrific.
I
Not
just
legally,
got,
though.
no.
You know how later in life, you run into these people that were your adversaries and they end up being decent guys. You ever see anyone with a Wilton basketball?
No. Never.
Because it's got to be on, right?
Yeah.
Like grocery store.
I know.
You can call us. Godfather will hit him with his pomade like with a headbutt.
Donovan, I wanted to ask you, what did it feel like to bring that state championship home to Bristol? And also, at that point, did you think, man, I can't get any better for me here.
Yeah.
This would be the high, this is a championship that I'm going to remember forever, and maybe the biggest thing that happens in basketball as far as winning.
Yeah, I mean, I thought of that as like, people think of college national championships. In high school, I was just like, I want to win a state championship. I get to go play at Mohegan. It's a crazy venue and stuff like that. And like, it was just, I saw, Coach Barrett worked hard. He was trying the best, like trying to make our team, great and doing everything he can. So I wanted to win it for him. And just the guys I was playing with, we all grew up playing together, and just try to win one together one last time before we never touch the court again. So it was just a special team. I love winning. I hate losing, and so just trying to win everything I can that's what I try to do.
I got a bone to pick with you. So we're at the state finals. I go every year.
Yeah.
Mac here was coaching it all the time too. So I was sitting section 13, right? It's one of the corners, right? So I'm sitting there all day pretty much by myself. Bristol Central walks in, and you walk in and sit like literally 2 rows in front of me. The state final game.
Yeah,
do you remember how many pictures you took?
Probably like 100.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying. I couldn't see anything. It was driving me nuts. So,
Angry Jay, you also always gave him credit for not saying no to anybody.
Never.
Like at some point, like Barrett actually got up and sat and was like I don't know who you were sitting with, but it might have been,
I think it was Victor.
Yeah, somebody got up and like gave him like the cutthroat sign, like told everybody to like get out of line, like it was actually kind of cool. But anyway, how can you tell us about your recruitment? Like we kind of all followed it, and there was 5 schools. How did you narrow it down to 5? How many actually contacted you? Like, was it 100? And how did you ultimately decide? Was it just the loyalty thing? You wanted to be close to home?
Yeah, I mean, I probably had, I think it was somewhere between like 20 to 30 offers, and there was a lot of schools calling me every day, a couple times a week. But like,
do you ignore some of the calls sometimes?
If I was like able to answer, I'd answer. But it was hard. It was stressful because I was still in high school. I was still playing basketball stuff. So, I was still busy. But the recruitment process. I went to UConn a lot. I was up there watching practices. On unofficial visits once, twice a week. Like just trying to get as much as I can. And every time I stepped on campus, it felt like home. And it was just. I could just always see myself fitting in there. There was obviously I like Michigan, Ohio State.
I saw the picture. You took a picture with the uniform on?
Where, at Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Michigan for. I went to Michigan, Ohio State, Syracuse, and UConn for official visits, and really just I went to. Ohio State, then Syracuse, then Michigan, and then I ended with UConn. And after all those visits, it was like, I really feel at home when I'm at UConn. I feel safe. Like it's just the place I want to be. So that's something that really stood out to.
Did you want to have? I know you did it early in your senior year. Is that something you wanted to do, or you just?
Yeah, I wanted to play my senior year, just be able to, just play basketball and not have to worry about where I want to do the next year, and just focus on what I have to do right now.
So how close was Eastern Connecticut to making your top 5?
They never called me.
Oh, Angry Jay not doing his job.
You recruited at the level you play at, so we had no shot.
Hey, was Cuse the first offer?
Cuse was, yes.
And I remember that. But if I got to spend my time at the Worth Center, is that what it's called?
Yes.
I think that would feel like home pretty easily, right? Did you take that kind of facility and availability to what you have there for granted, or like is it just so cool to like swipe your thing and go in and shoot or eat or whatever you guys
about
do?
UConn?
Yeah,
the practice facility.
Yeah,
it's unreal. We've practiced at a couple NBA practice facilities, and we've got the best of the best. We got our practice facilities better than some of the NBA guys. You know what I mean? So. Every day I get to go upstairs and I get to, what I want for breakfast. There's a chef there and I get to, go eat. And then I go downstairs. You got the training room to just get yourself ready for practice, and then we got like 25 to 35 student managers who are there all day long who can rebound for us. We got the shooting guns that can rebound for you. You want to come get late shots at night? You got 24. Our key cards have 24-hour access. We're very, very blessed, and it's a great opportunity. We're very, very thankful.
That's awesome to hear because I've been in it a few times, and I'm like, whoa. This is not the field house.
I remember Matthew Geary, right? He would tell you that. Matt, who was a walk-on there, he would tell us all. He brought us on a few tours and told us exactly the stuff that you said. 3 catered meals and
well, we just got a chef. They just built a brand new kitchen, so we got 3 chefs who are rotating.
Laundry's done for you.
We got the same problem at Eastern. We got Pop-Tarts.
Peanut butter and jelly, 24 hours a day. Hey, I never realized the managers played against other teams.
No, we don't.
Oh, you don't?
No.
I was going to ask you if Bristol's own Dom Amaro lights it up in those games.
Actually,
why don't you?
I don't. So 2 years ago, I guess the managers beat another team, and we ended up. The team actually lost. So I think Coach shut it down.
That's funny.
I'm not sure the true story.
That's a good segue into your coach. Obviously, we see what we see on TV, the intensity and the passion. Tell us a little bit about what drew you to Coach Hurley, and what's he like a little bit at practice and off the court for you?
Yeah, I mean, he puts on a show. But he's something that really drew me to Coach Hurley is how badly he wants to win, and he's not there for himself. He's there to push you to make you the best version of you and try to push you to that next level. He'll never talk about the NBA and getting you to the NBA. Like, obviously, when we're recruiting you, that's the ultimate goal is trying to get to that level. But when you're here at school, he's worried about winning. He's worried about developing you as a player and just trying to turn you into a man. He's the most intense coach in college basketball. There's no team in the country that practices like us, and I promise you that. Day before a game, we're going 2 hours and 45 minutes. I promise you, there's no other team doing that. That's why you see some of these guys on our team who are playing 39, 40 minutes and look like they could go play another 40. So it's just.
Did you say 2 hours and 45 minutes?
Yeah.
The day before a game.
2 hours, 15 minutes, 2:30.
I love it.
I mean, it's just. It's the level that he pushes us to. We'll never get tired in the game, and that's just something he emphasizes. I want the practices to be harder than the games. I love Coach Hurley. He's supports me on and off the court every way possible. He'll never take it easy on me on the court, and I could have 40 points, and then I promise you the next day I'll go in there and there's something I did wrong. You know what I mean? So, but that's just the coach you want. He's just trying to push you to be the best version of yourself, and you look at a great example is like Jordan Hawkins, his freshman year to sophomore year. I mean, he was
good point.
He was he struggled his freshman year a lot. Beginning his sophomore year, got hurt with the concussion last year, and then Coach really got on him when he started coming back, and look where he is now.
When you're singing that Taylor Swift song, are you worried that Hurley's going to come over and strangle you? I mean, the guy is nuts. Is he not?
I don't know about nuts. He's just so intense, But one thing that really stood out to me, and what's one thing I really love about Hurley is, in practice. Don't get me wrong. He'll let you know where you mess up, and he'll get on your ass, and just try to. Push you to be the best version. You got to practice well every day. But one thing about the games is he'll never turn his back on you and never yell at you. I could go out there and go 0 for 12, and he'll tell me to go out there and keep shooting. You know what I mean? So he'll never yell at you for messing up. Obviously, he'll yell at the group. If we're playing like yesterday, second half, we're not playing the great start of the half, and he's yelling at us as a team. But he'll never look at you individually and be like, "Yo, what are you doing? You need to step your game up right now. This is not who you are." He'll always be pushing you to motivate you and try to just get you back on track.
That's interesting, man, because I've never seen him light one guy up.
No,
that's cool.
And it's funny too because a couple years ago, people wanted to run him out of town. If you remember, now you can't imagine, someone replacing, a legend like Calhoun and Ollie, but he's been a perfect fit for this program.
Well, he's embraced Coach Calhoun too, so that's and vice versa, right?
Oh yeah.
One more thing before we get on to the coaches that. And boy, are you in a blessed situation? You obviously know it. In 2 hours and 45 minutes, I got it down to you could probably set 1,700 screens. How many shots do you get to take during that? Like 4? I mean, Jesus, Coach. Can we get you involved? Anyway, no, sorry. Not glazing. I'm just saying. So, Coach Calhoun, does he walk into practice on a regular or what?
I mean, I'd say we probably see him once every 2 weeks. Twice every 2-3 weeks.
You being from Connecticut, you understand
Yeah.
him. But do the rest of the guys understand that this guy's like the best builder of a college basketball program in history?
Yeah, I think they do. I mean, Coach comes, Calhoun comes in, he'll give us a message, and I think it really wakes people up and realize, this dude's the boss. Like this dude,
That's cool.
This dude started this. He ran the show, and Coach Hurley's just taking over.
How about Coach Hurley's father?
Coach Hurley's father, one thing about Coach Hurley's father, he actually watches every single practice and he watches every single game of ours on film. He
Jesus.
He probably gets to Arizona a little bit too.
Yeah, he
right?
goes. He watches all Coach Hurley's game and his brother's games. He watches all practices and just lets coaches know. He's great
What a
to us.
junkie.
He's at all the home games. He's anything, foul shots with me. Obviously I'm struggling, but he's always trying to give me little tips to help me with my foul shooting, and he's Coach got a great family.
I mean, he's a Syracuse fan. I want you to know that right off the bat.
They're not in the same conference anymore. It's
sorry.
okay.
The Don father.
So am I.
What a perfect situation the program's in, with you being the centerpiece of it and a local guy, because when it was built and we got the Chris Smiths and the Scott Burrells and
Steve Peichel.
Murray
all the local guys.
from Torrington.
Murray Williams, yep.
Chris Smith was the first guy.
Right, he was the
Smitty,
first
yeah.
one.
But,
Still around.
round. Sorry. Love him though. The pride of Colby Cathedral. But like, I never thought the program could ever be better than it was. And I'm not saying it is because of one natty, but like, we're a brand, and like, it only was it went away for a minute, but like, is it better than it was? I mean, like, I don't want to hear this Kansas and this other crap. Like, it's UConn, right?
The best program in the country. It is. Like, they've won 5 national titles in 25 years. Like, people talk about Duke and Carolina and stuff. That's
Duke
terrific.
schmook.
Win a title, dude.
Do you notice,
Duck Fook.
Donovan? Do you notice now the intensity of teams, how they approach you? Because
Yeah.
you guys are now got the bullseye in your back, right? Do
Yeah,
you
we
notice
got-
that when you walk in?
Yeah, we're gonna get every single team's best shot. You see that every single game. We'll go when we go play at their. Obviously not yesterday against Georgetown, but we go play at, an away gym, and we're gonna get a sold out crowd every single time. We're gonna get the best, the most. The hate we could get. They're loud. Some fans, some places are brutal.
Does that fire you up more?
Yeah, it gets us. Especially we got some kids who love just going against the fans, and this team's special. We know that we have to stick together on the road, and we know we're gonna get the best shot from everyone.
I was laughing my ass off last year when you were giving the Gator chomp
I was
back to that.
A little bit of a shit talker out there.
We'll try a little bit. If I hear something, those fans, Florida last year, our warm-ups were brutal. We got brutalized for 90 minutes. So after we did what we did, I had to give back.
I saw Cam against St. John's, gave them the old get the F out of here.
at the end of the game,
Hey, Donovan, which fans are the worst? I have a guess. Which fans do you think are the worst?
Best.
Best
I
and worst.
actually loved the taunting.
Me
Best.
too.
So
He's saying best in the way.
one thing I'll say is, not in the Big East, but Kansas fans are the most respectful fans. They go there, they chant, they cheer for their team. They're not out there trying to hate on the other team. They're there cheering for their team, trying to support their team, and that's one thing I respected. They're loud. Yeah. I have never played in the gym like that. I will never play in the gym like that. I was running around the court and my ears were ringing. I was sitting there right next to my teammate, and all I just see lips moving, can't hear a thing, and it's just like, all right, boys, let's go do this. It was unreal in there.
Donovan, McCabe Little League's own and Holy Cross's own Capital Security, Joe Moriello. He went to that game to support you.
Yes.
And the boys.
Appreciate
and,
it. Did you
agree
have
with
bad
that? Was
seats
it
like
nice-
everyone else?
What's that?
Bad seats like everyone
I
else?
was sitting 2 rows behind your dad.
Oh.
I was sitting 2 rows behind. I was in the family section, and Shout out to Andre Johnson for helping me get out there and get those seats. The tickets I bought were better seats than the ones that the family sat in, so I should have kept my original seats. But most intense place I've ever been, going to a lot of games, a lot of Big East tournament games. There was the national championship game in '99. Unbelievable crowd, and I'm glad to hear you say that, because I thought they were respectful, knowledgeable, but it was so loud and intense there. I was kind of curious, how did Coach Hurley, did he prepare you guys for what it was going to be like, and what did he say during the first time out?
It's hard to remember. It was loud. I couldn't even hear the timeouts. It was
Yes, Coach. Yes, Coach.
But we kind of came up with a couple hand signals, just trying to get our plays in. But really, it was just gonna be a man's game. We had to go out there, and fortunately, I was unhealthy. I actually hurt my left foot that game, and Cam actually hurt his toe that game. So it was just a battle, and it was a tough atmosphere, and that it was a great game. They're a great team, and it's.
I got a hand signal for Dickinson. I'd like to give it to him right in his victory.
Who are the worst fans, Donovan? Who are the toughest fans? I got to guess. I'm going to say Providence, having been there before. They're pretty nasty. That crowd is well oiled.
Providence last year was bad, but one slept on crowd last year was at Xavier last year. They were brutal. Creighton, really? Seton Hall, they heckled us bad.
Basically, every road game is tough for these guys, right?
It's brutal. Yeah,
It's not going to get any better, Roddy.
Donovan, just one more question about last year. Like, we went into the tournament, and Iona was a little bit of a struggle in the first half. Did you guys expect to just take off those next 4 or 5 games? Because the margin of victory, and Angry Jay, you're really good at stuff like this, might have been the most or second most point differential throughout an NCAA tournament in the history of the game. Did you guys see something building, or was it just like that perfect storm where everything clicked?
Yeah, I think it was our defensive intensity. Every day in practice, coach was cutting down practices just because, we're rolling. We're playing so well, and, we were just practicing to keep things sharp and keep things tight, just make sure everything's on point. But, dude, our defense was something that, not too many teams go out there and beat Gonzaga by 30 in the Elite Eight. So, it was just, and you could tell by the energy. After we lost to Marquette, it was
the Big East,
it was, there was no one sad or mad. It was just all right, let's go move on to the next day. We're gonna go win this national championship. That's the biggest of the year. And it was, I give a lot of credit to Andre Jackson. He motivated every single person on that team more than anyone realizes. That's the true definition of a leader. I'll never play for a leader like I did for Jay.
That came across too on the sidelines, on the floor. But I also got to give you credit when you were hurt or in foul trouble. You're always up on that bench, and you are very, very invested on your teammates as well. So if you picked up anything from him, that definitely was.
Andre last night was at the Marquette St. John's game.
He called me after.
I'm like, what the hell is he doing there? And then I remembered Aline is to Johnny's. And he obviously plays in Milwaukee, right?
Yeah.
So that's an easy one for him.
Yeah, he actually called me right after the game.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's dope. I missed that kid.
What did he do? Was it what he said? By his actions? How was he leading you guys?
Yeah, if you're messing around in practice, you're not doing it. Andre's gonna get in your face. He's gonna yell at you, but sometimes by being a leader, it's by how you play and how hard you play and the way you carry yourself on the floor. Andre carried himself on the floor differently than anyone I've ever seen. He brought his A game, and he brought everything he had to practice every single day. And that intensity, like him and Coach Hurley used to butt heads. They used to team up and try to go at everyone, like in a way trying to motivate everyone. Dama was the same way, but Dama was a different type of leader. He just he led by dominating every single day. Dama gave me 50 points in practice every single day.
He make you jump, no problem.
God. Just any way he wanted to score every single day.
If Jackson was just a little better of an athlete, you guys would have been all set. I've been telling you guys this, and Donovan just said it. UConn's defense, legit. I remember, it's fun watching them guard. We talk about UConn all the time, guard. National title compared to a state title. Is there any?
Oh my God!
Bringing a state title to Bristol was a big deal here. Yeah. The national title, is there any comparison?
Yeah, dude, that was.
Did you guys go to sleep afterwards or no?
You dream of that stuff. We got back from the game, back to the hotel. It was 12 o'clock in the morning, I think, and I was like, all right, it's the morning. Let's go. Time to get going. I mean, like, I think I was supposed to be on CBS, the Good Morning Show at 6:30 in the morning, and I ended up falling asleep at 5:50, and I woke up at like 6:45. I'm like looking around, like, oh, damn, I missed it. But it was those 2 days. I think I slept for a total of it was like 3 hours. Didn't sleep on the plane, but that was. I playing in front of 75,000 people. It was unreal, and just like that whole experience from the police escorts. Like we're driving down Houston Highway, and there's 4 lanes of bumper-to-bumper traffic. The car's not moving, and it's just we have 50 motorcycles. We were just going to clear out of the lane down the middle of the highway, and we're going 70 right by everyone. Like, it's just unreal.
Did the whole state we don't have a professional sport team. Like the whole state cares about you. Yeah.
So when we got back, so we actually took the Patriots plane. We flew back in. We landed in Bradley. The airport was packed, people right outside the fence, and then we're driving down. I think we went 84 all the way up to got off exit 68. And when we
There's
got
a
off,
subway there, right? At exit 68, right to the left.
Yeah, to the left.
That's like the only business there, right?
Yeah.
There's a subway and there's like a
Dunkin'.
restaurant.
I drive there every day. Yeah. I take a right. They
Go ahead.
Yeah, but like from probably like exit 64, 63, there's people lined up on the side of the highway just cheering the whole way down. We get off the exit, and we probably went from there. It's like 15 minutes from the exit to school. We probably went 10 miles per hour from the exit all the way back to school, and it was one lane, and people were just in there just going crazy.
Why not?
And it was something I'll never forget. It was an unreal experience.
And you know what? Then we're going to do it again this year.
Yes, try our best.
Yeah, let's fast forward to this year's team, Cam Spencer. We are huge UConn fans and huge Rutgers fans, obviously, because of the Steve Pikiell allegiance. Did you know what you were getting with him? Obviously, everybody knows he can shoot. He's shown he can put the ball on the deck, but I'm talking like the mental and physical toughness that he brings. Anyway, that we can see at the TV screen. Yeah. Tell me about practice with him and games and what he's like in the huddles and locker room.
I mean, that kid has a chance to go, what is it, like 50, 40, 90 or something like that. I mean, he's shooting 50% from the field, 40% from three, almost 90% from the foul line. I mean, it's impressive. But, he's, like, if you want to see someone who hates losing, like, that is, like, definition of the kid. Him and Coach Hurley are the perfect match. What you see on the game floor is what you see in practice. I mean, it'll be a live segment in practice. We're down 18-16, and Cam hit a three, and he's gonna go pump the crowd, like he's acting like he's pumping the crowd. He's gonna throw something off the wall. He's gonna kick a ball across Gamble. But when he misses a shot, you know about it too. We'll go through shooting drills, and he'll miss 2 shots in a row, and you don't even have to watch him. You know he missed 2 shots in a row. He'll let the whole gym know. But he is such a competitor. He just wants to win so bad, and he's always willing to make the right plays. I mean, there's games like yesterday. I don't even know how many shots he took, but he had 5-6 assists. He had rebounds. He was just moving the ball, played great defense, and that's just one thing about him is his night. If he's got to go out there and get 25 on 7 threes, he's gonna do it. Or if he has to take 3 shots the whole game, he's okay with that. He just wants to win. He's willing to do whatever it takes for the team to win, and. I'll continue to say he's the best transfer in the portal last year.
Absolutely. I think we agree.
So when Jackson steps out and he steps in, what a freaking scenario.
That was the biggest thing. Andre had that fire in him, and that was one thing that we had to look for this year, and definitely getting Cam was a big pickup for us.
Donovan, you still live with Alex, or I know you did last year.
Yeah.
He's so important to that team. Can you talk a little bit about his personality, how you guys get along, what's it like living together?
Yeah, I mean he's a quiet kid, but he loves basketball. That's all he thinks about. That's all he watches. That's all he does. He's either playing video games, playing 2K. He's either watching the Celtics or watching another Big East game, or he's at the gym shooting. Yeah. I mean, he just does basketball, and he's the smartest, probably one of the smartest players in the country. He always knows what to do on the floor. He always knows what position he's supposed to be in. He knows every single one of our plays, 1 through 5. He'll know every position, everywhere he's supposed to be. He's a big time. He's just very, very smart.
So besides the addition of like Cam and Castle, what makes this team different from last year's team, and how do you compare where you are at this point in the season to where you were last year?
I mean, Steph's the best freshman in the country, and there's no freshmen out there who are, doing what he's doing while their team is winning like we are. Steph is 6'7", 215 pounds, and it's all muscle. He could guard the ball. He guard 1 through 5. We saw it against Soriano. When me and Samson were in foul trouble, he had to go in there and guard Soriano for a little bit. But he's changed this aspect of the team, the way he's been playing on offense recently. 21, 20, 17, I think in the past 3 out of 4 games, and he's shooting the ball at a high level the past 4 games, and if he continues to get better and not get complacent, that's just one thing is we can't get complacent, and this team's going to be very, very special.
Hey, we talked a lot about defense wins championships, and your guys' D did. Well, actually, our defense did. Everybody here but the Don father, who's a Syracuse fan. We got a lot of UConn alums in the house here.
Yes.
We consider ourselves
On the team.
yeah, we're on the team.
Let's go.
But you're the Huskies' offense.
Yeah, it's
Like when you watch a lot much high school as we do, and it's tough.
Yeah,
It's like monkeys humping a football sometimes with like the sets.
That's
and
breaking
the-
out Herb Brooks.
and the bad execution of sets and whatnot. You guys just seem so smooth running offense, like almost like to a Princeton level back in the days. What's that dude's name?
Pete Krill.
Pete. Yeah. Like, how much time is spent on the little things even at your guys' level, such as how to use screens, and like, do you do like 3 or 4 or 5 on zeros, just run offense with no defense?
Oh, yeah.
Can you just talk
probably
a little bit about?
we probably do like a total between like going on 3 on 0, 4 on 0, 5 on 0. I'd say probably a total of 45 minutes to an hour every practice.
Every practice. High school coaches, take note, guys.
I mean, I was actually, that was the last night or this morning. I was looking at on my phone of where all our film is, and we have like a breakdown of every single play. We have it was like 131 plays we have, and I could tell you where I'm supposed to be on every single play.
That was my question. I was going to ask you. You have that many just sets and
It's
stuff.
just like.
But they're not called though, right? It's based on what the defense is telling you what to do.
No, yeah, it's like it's sets. Everyone has a different name.
Yeah.
And like,
oh my god, so we got like 50, man. There's just wow.
Yeah, it's just because like sometimes defenses play you switch 1 through 4. They may only switch on certain guys like shooters. They may only switch dribble handoffs. They may not switch staggers. They may switch there's all these different types of things, and there's got to be when they're switching. When are you slipping screens? When are you fading? When are you slipping and stepping to the ball? When are you butt cutting and trying to backdoor? It's just like all these different things, and our coach Hurley and Coach Luke, that's all props to them. Those two and with the X's and O's, it's impressive.
I want to ask him one more thing about, so as far as like games, like yesterday, scouting reports.
Oh my God.
Are they like book reports? We're just Division III, and ours is like a book report.
So
is it? You guys are getting clips of what Georgetown does and whoever
Yeah. So what we do is we'll watch. We'll have a breakdown of a sheet, and it's every single player is on there. What they do well, how to stop them, and all their percentages from the whole year.
we got to see. Yeah.
So we'll go through every player. We'll probably show like 5 or 6 clips of what they do. And we probably watch on the team. It's probably like 30 minutes before each practice. We'll watch of scout, and then. It's after we watch individuals, it's a couple categories of how to stop them, what to do. So, like, one thing that we were emphasizing against Georgetown was attack the rebounding wars, stopping Styles, stopping Cook, and stopping Wayne Bristle. Those are 3 offensive rebounders. So, it was a category of just watching offensive rebounds. But, We are very blessed. Coach Hurley's a great coach. He gets all the respect, like all credit. Great coach. But we got three assistant coaches who are all head coaches.
Yeah.
Luke Murray is one of, if not the smartest, assistant coach when it comes to X's and O's. He knows everything. Like it's something you never seen. Kamani is also a high level assistant coach. If not, he should be a head coach at a high major program. And Tom Moore already was a head coach.
Yeah.
So. We have a coaching staff of, we have the best coaching staff in the country.
Donovan, did you ever see that YouTube clip of Coach Hurley and his brother? I think they were at Buffalo at the time. Wagner,
yeah.
Wagner. And Luke Murray's behind them, just cracking up because the two of them were
just
double teaming an official so bad.
Yeah, I saw that. I remember that. It's that Hurley family, man. They're special. I love them.
Yeah, Donovan, I have a quick thought. It's obvious to everyone that you guys have not had the I've arrived syndrome. You guys are playing as hard now as you ever have. Having won the national championship last year, does that give you an advantage that you've experienced the high pressure playing in front of 70,000 people? And how have you guys really sort of maintained that hunger to win again? Because, there's a reason that it never happens, that Florida's the only team to ever repeat, and not putting that expectation on you guys. But, it seems like you really have to mentally overcome that idea. And what do you guys do, and what are the coaches saying about that?
Yeah, playing in front of 75,000 people definitely helps us, in the environment world, and, going to play at arenas that are, crazy. But, Coach Hurley makes us not makes us, but he instills in us to be hungry, and we can't be happy with where we've gotten to, and we can't get bored of winning. It's easy to human nature, just what he always says is let your guard down, and you can't let your guard down. Obviously we got a big part of the schedule coming up. Obviously got not a trap game, but at the Paul, and Wednesday night, and then after that you got Marquette. So we just can't let our guard down, and we gotta stay hungry. One thing that me, Alex, Haas, Tristan, Sampson, all those returning guys from last year, we could we're trying to just win it for these young guys, win it for these transfers. Cam wants to win more than that kid wants to win badly. We're trying to win it for him, and he's his last year of college. It's his last chance. Obviously he has an opportunity to go play at the next level. With how well he's playing, and but just staying hungry, and it's a great feeling. I promise. I tell all these guys, I promise you, if you give everything you got, it's gonna pay off, and you'll have a great. April will be the best month of your life.
And not to be Debbie Downer, but obviously the odds never favor anyone winning this tournament because it's so freaking crazy. Yeah. But you guys are getting fastball after fastball after fastball, from these opponents, man. There's, teams would like to knock you guys off and then get blown out the next game because they beat beat the Natties. But the Big East tournament, can you speak about what that kind of experience is? It's in the Garden again, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, always.
Well, we weren't in the
It
Big
always
East, so
was,
we didn't.
but we weren't in the Big East.
Yeah, so when we were in that other, what was the stupid conference called?
AAC?
We grew up going to that thing as kids, adults, and then
There's nothing like the final in the Garden on a Saturday.
I promise you,
crazy. The semi-night is crazy.
This year's Big East tournament is going to be a legit war.
Yeah,
it's going to be every single game is going to be decided by one possession. It's just the way these teams are playing at the level and how tough and physical this league is. You go watch these other games, there's a lot of fouls called. You could go tackle someone in the Big East and you ain't getting called. It's a war. So
Can we do that to Soriano then?
That atmosphere is going to be unreal. It's going to be loud in there. And the battles that are going to be on the court is just, I can't wait.
The Big East is back. We grew up Big East in the 1980s, well before you were born, and the Georgetown, Syracuse, and St. John stuff was unbelievable. I just want to pivot a little bit off the court, if you can talk about this in the ever-changing landscape of college sports and college basketball in particular. Can you talk at all about the NIL stuff? Is it time-consuming for you? Do you have people that help you with that kind of thing? And if you can expand upon that a little bit.
Yeah, I have an agent and people who will help me out a lot and take a lot of the time-consuming part off my hands. But it is time-consuming. It can be, especially if you're playing at a high level, getting high-level deals that require a lot of work. Like just the photo shoots, the production time, recording videos, trying to, the easiest thing is, posting on social media and putting up content like that. But, you got to find time to record all of that. You got to find time to, get the shoots done. Sometimes you got to travel, but, it's really changed the game, and it's making it hard for, coaching and, recruiting. Coach Hurley has done a great job, obviously, helping us with NIL, but, he's, he shows the money, the money will be there one day. You don't have to make all your money right now in college. If you work to make it to the next level and make it to the highest level, you'll make, 10 times the money you're making right now in college. So, the NIL is it's a great thing. Don't get me wrong. I love it, but, it can get difficult at times. Sometimes, you get back from a road trip, you have an off day the next day, and, your off days aren't off days. Those are work days. So those are your off days are going to be the days you go and, try to take as much NIL stuff you can take care of.
I appreciate your honesty with that question because it's been a little not a bone of contention, but just something we were curious about here and how it's changed the game a little bit.
It's changed the whole landscape.
I drive the Eastern every day, and I pass a couple of billboards where you're pointing at me, so I know what it is.
And the Ion basketball uniform, right?
That's what it is. Yeah, the orange uniform.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something. So I know you're concentrating obviously on the end of the season.
Yeah.
There's a big decision coming up about as far as do you enter, do you not, do you wait? Is there something can you talk about? Is something you actually thought about at all?
I mean,
did you discuss it with Coach Hurley and the staff or anything?
Never. I mean, obviously, everyone has dreams to go to the NBA.
I did too. It didn't work out for me.
We all have dreams of going to the NBA. But that's we got really worried about where you are in the moment. We're trying to compete for. Coach Hurley wants to know you go win games, you go win a championship, you're gonna put yourself in a better position to go play in the NBA. Yeah. Think about some of us who were here last year who say we go win another like I would. We're gonna do everything we can to go try and win another national championship. But that puts us in a way better spot we would be in, winning 2 national championships or, whatever we do this year. So, I really don't think about the NBA. I'm really just thinking about what I could do today, what can I do tomorrow to get better and try to help my team and, try to go on and just win games because that will, winning games will help my future.
That's a great answer and great advice from Coach Hurley because you got to think Hawkins and Jackson. Mm-hmm. That 3-week run they had just elevated their status nationally with the scouts and the experts. Yeah. So wonderful answer, and we agree with that. Yeah. If you win, you're going to get noticed, right, at UConn. So
yeah, and I played with obviously I played with Dama, I played with Hawkins, and Dre, but they're 3. I talk to them all the time. Like I said, I was on the phone with Dre yesterday, and he misses college. I think it was everyone was really trying to push him to go to the NBA. He really wanted to stay, but we were pushing him because we knew it was best for him, and it was his time. But Hawkins was at the Xavier game at the XL Center, and he came in the locker room. He's like, I miss this. Like NBA's fun, the money's nice, but this is like a team. This is like you're competing with everything you got, and there's everyone who's on the same level and mentally and just trying to win everything.
Other than UConn, Donovan, who's the best college team you've either played against or seen on TV this year?
This year?
Yeah, this year.
I mean, Kansas. Kansas was they're tough. Creighton. Creighton's a very good team. They got 3 NBA players on that team. We played a very, very tough schedule this year.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Thank you.
That's awesome, though. You're supposed to.
Oh, yeah.
You want to know why? Because you're UConn.
Yeah.
Right?
I know. I know.
Man.
Could do this forever.
Yeah,
right?
So I want to talk about, I don't know if there's still, if it's still the thing it was, but before you were probably born, UConn was on the way up, and we had this thing called the Horde. It was all the journalists Okay.
Member of it.
Are there?
Right.
Oh, you blew it because I was going to ask if
My
they're
bad.
still as dorky today as they were back when because the commish
Yes.
was part of the horde. So
Once I left, it got dorkier.
yeah. No, like in today's day and age where newspaper print isn't like the thing. I mean, when we were following UConn, like any sports, I mean, we had the newspapers piled up in our
Now it's
houses.
all social
Yeah.
media and online. And
Is the coverage still pretty
Yeah,
intense on a daily?
Yeah, it's you do it after every game, and you do it the day before every game. So, and one thing.
Do you have to? Do you guys have things you have
Are you
to
coached
do?
There's a
on
couple
that?
of us who are there every single time. You know what I mean? So it's difficult sometimes. You really have to pay attention when doing media. You really have to listen to what they're actually asking. Some of the people are trying to get you with some trap questions, and there's a couple of us who have fell for those questions and messed up with their answering. But it's not in a bad way. It's just the way they try to get certain answers out of you. So one thing I try to do is when someone asks me a question, I give it 3 seconds and just try to think about, all right, what are they saying? What answer am I going to say? They can wait on me because I'm trying. They're asking me the question, so I'm really trying to think about because you could mess anything up one answer that's wrong, boom,
Baltimore, yeah.
it could be a reputation thing, it could be something that the coaching staff may not like, or just something that looks bad for yourself. So you really just got to think with the media about what you say.
How ironic is it that the center takes 3 seconds? You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I'm so done with that rule, by the way, because
my
unless
God. They
you're
don't call it. They don't call it.
why is it still a rule? Good officials beg you out of there if you're abusing it, and on a high school level,
camp there, dude. You're saying just leave
they don't
it?
throw it in there anyway. Look at this guy; he's setting a million screens a second here.
love
Can
it.
we throw it in there? Embiid shoots threes, man. Can you get in there with your back to the basket? But in high school, coach girls high school, they're calling 3 seconds. Why?
yeah, exactly.
We got Hakeem Olajuwon in there. I mean, come on, man, get rid of that rule. I mean, I'm sick of that rule. And
Donovan, I wanted to ask you.
Charter Oak don't want
I
it.
wasn't stalking you, but I did go on your Instagram during this week, and even what's social media been like? I see, how do you have to have tough skin, thick skin? I'm imagining because there's always comments, and I'm like, that would drive me insane.
Yeah.
But how do you deal with social media and the negativity?
I mean, Instagram, I throw up my posts and I don't go back. I usually don't really go back and look at the comments. I'll just stick to, just go post. I'll like it. I'll go, repost. I'll repost some things if I have to repost. But, it's, Twitter is brutal.
Yeah.
There's a lot of brutal fans out there, but I don't listen. I laugh at it because they don't know what I go through every day. They don't know what any of us go through every day. And the same people that if you go win a game, they're gonna be your best friend. But then when you lose the game, they're gonna absolutely crap all over you and just talk so badly about you. And it's like, you just supported me when I won, but now I'm losing and you're not happy. So what, you'll be mad at me now?
It's a different world.
It's a different world, So it's social media has definitely changed the landscape. And I give a lot of credit to Cam Spencer. He has zero social media, no Instagram, no Twitter, no nothing, no TikTok, nothing, and
Really?
nothing,
Wow.
zero,
Good for him, man.
zero. All he has is
He's
text
different.
message.
That guy's different,
Yeah,
though. He's
different.
locked in.
Love
it
that
seems.
kid. Yeah, he's locked into a level you never seen.
He ever comment on Rutgers at all?
Yeah, he loved Rutgers. I mean, I've said it because I talked to Steve being recruited, and he was a good guy, and I had nothing against them. Cam said, I loved Coach Michael. He was obviously great. He's very intense, and I love that about him. But he's just, he had made his.
Could win a natty here.
Gotta go try to win a natty.
Yeah.
Donovan, where do you keep? And you don't have to say specifically, but your national championship ring. How often do you wear that? And
I've never
And do
worn
you
it.
ever wear it fishing? No, you wouldn't wear it fishing.
Never
right?
wore it. I never wore
wore
it.
it? No?
Yeah, I've worn it once. I think. Yeah, the day we got it. And then
Do you like it, or what did
love
it?
Yeah, I love it. It sits right in my room.
Yeah.
Look at it every day.
At school or at home?
School.
Yeah. Man, I hope you got good locks on those doors.
Yeah, I lock them every day.
Damn.
I don't think we locked ours in 4 years there, did we? locked our door.
Well, you only went for 4 years. For me,
For 6 years, you didn't lock the door.
A couple of us were on the 6-year plan in college.
Towers. I mean, what's better in Towers?
Hey, Donovan, I know you're getting better every day, working hard. Like, what particular areas of your game are you working on getting a little better at right now?
Yeah, it's physical around the rim, working on my quick touch shots and just trying to, just be consistent. My foul shots have been terrible. I'm shooting 50% from the line, and that's, it's embarrassing.
Come on, step that up too.
I know.
50% from the 3-point line too, I think, right?
3-point line, I'm not really, I'm not worried about that. I know I can shoot the three well. I'm just, one thing Coach really emphasizes to us is you got to fall in love with the offense and everything will come to you. That's one thing you saw. I don't know if you watched the first half of the game yesterday. Yeah. Every single one of us fell in love with the offense. We were up by 30 at halftime, and everyone played a little role. I got to pass the ball a lot yesterday. It was a lot of fun.
4 assists, I think.
6.
6.
Oh! 6 assists, 4 blocks.
Excuse us.
6 assists, 4 blocks.
I also play football, by the way, and I'm shooting 1,000 from 3.
That was diamond up. Yeah, I love that. I love passing. That's one of my favorite parts of my game.
You are a great passer.
Yeah.
Did you get the goggles out?
I know, the goggles back on again one time, though. I love passing. But really just trying to get a dominant post game and trying to, really just score any way I want in the post.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't want 3 seconds.
Jay, that's a stupid rule.
It is.
Maybe for high school.
What has it been like having Victor on the football team there, too?
Yeah,
Having a Bristol kid there doing that.
Yeah, obviously he's in a different position than I am, and, he's really trying to help build that program. But that's my best friend. We still hang out all the time. We still talk every week. I'm just watching how he's getting better every day. Last year he went through some injuries, so it was hard for him to really get into every game and stay into a groove. But I talking to him, there's a lot of hopes for this year. There's a lot of good guys coming in. Coach is bringing in a couple new guys on the staff, and I'm really excited to see what he does this year.
Hey, are those Bristle Boys T-shirts still for sale?
I think so.
Okay, we got to peddle those on this thing. We have 6 followers, so we're trying to we want to get rid of at least 6 of those.
Let's do it.
So what do we got? March 16th for the Big East final. Is that right? Saturday night.
15th or 16th, yeah.
Friday night's the 16th because
We got a
St.
game on
Patty's
Wednesday.
Day.
Let's concentrate on the game on Wednesday.
Yeah.
No, man. I'm looking for bigger things.
You've
man.
heard him. You've heard him. It's next game. That's all it is.
Yeah.
All right, can we just talk, kick it back to high school for a minute? Because I know you have tremendous loyalty to your high school. I mean, your story, we don't have to get into all that because it's been written about and whatnot. Like what a class way you handled, staying at Bristol Central and the real reasons why, right? Mm-hmm. But I see you at the fall games, the summer games, and come back to see Coach and the players and stuff like that. A message to the CIAC, right? Those kids right now, it's not a good team. They're playing a schedule because you guys were so dominant.
I'm sorry.
What do you know? No apologies, man. You had to do what you had to do. That's why we play high school sports, right? Yeah. But message to the CIAC. That's terrible, right?
Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal. These kids, obviously when my team was special, we had a special team. We won 48 straight games. And then we lose. How many players we lost? The whole starting 5, and then you come out and give them a harder schedule than you gave us.
That's unbelievable.
Now Mikey McMahon is getting the brunt of it.
Yeah, and executive producer Kevin Ross's son Harrison had a good day yesterday at Northwest Catholic, though. Yeah,
that's what I heard.
Yeah, it's just a brutal gauntlet of teams and our schedule and. I think it's really the conference at this point, right? Doesn't the conference give them the tier 1? They call it schedule.
So let me throw this to Donovan. We talked about this a couple podcasts ago, and I was actually talking to John Marabello, the coach at Northwest Catholic, about this. What do you think about? And not now it's set how it finished, so they're getting the brunt of it now. What do you think about the Division I tournament going to in February or the beginning of March when the state tournament is going to start? Ranking them almost like an NCAA tournament.
They should.
You think that could work?
Yeah, obviously, just taking, you're saying, taking the whole state of Connecticut.
Yeah, well, just the Division I teams. Division I teams.
Yeah, I feel like that would be make it more competitive and make it more, like a wide, get get the one versus you could possibly get the one versus 15 in the final. You never know. Like, it could be cool runs, and you could be special teams that are, make a little history run. It'll be cool. So I think that would be a good idea.
I mean, are you aware? Like, so last year we had talked about this. West Hill High School went 0-20, and they were in the state tournament.
Oh, wow.
And they had to drive across the state to play East Catholic. Oof. Yeah, in the first round. That's why we were suggesting, like, it didn't go well for West Hill.
No.
You didn't.
No.
So that's what we were talking about on our previous podcast, maybe like ranking the Division I teams, like Bristol Central, like, so they would be obviously lower and stuff.
Even his year though, like, that was Division II, right?
Yeah.
So after you're gone, they went to Division I. I mean, CIC, wake up. I mean, they're about to close your doors anyway because you make no money. But like, and thanks for the $10 a ticket for the state tournament. That's cool.
Coach's pass.
What I used to. I mean, dude, I'm getting porked here. But like,
you spent what, $1,000 this year watching your kids play?
No kidding.
3 different venues.
Talk about our
night?
games though. Oof, our tickets are fun.
Yes. Roof. Are they?
And we don't get extras. We have to pay for extra tickets.
Demand is
How
high.
many do you get?
4.
Okay.
So if I want 9 people at a game, I'm paying Gamble Pavilion.
4 right behind the bench.
$200
Dude,
a pop
one more
for an extra
billboard
ticket.
and you're good, man.
Spin that ball a couple more times. And then,
I see Coach Phelan and Coach Barrett behind that
they
bench
get
quite
their
a
ticket.
bit.
They get their high school ticket.
They get their high school ticket.
High school coach ticket.
hey, Donovan, what's it like to go into a mall? I know it just creates. Do you like that? Is it the attention too much? Just everywhere you go, are people trying to get a piece of you or talk to your?
It's cool. I know I'll never be like mad about it. Think about it. I think about the way if no one who knows who I am, then what the hell am I doing, right?
Yeah.
It's like, things aren't going great for you. But it's sometimes it's like like today is an off day. I'm not gonna want to go around and get harassed. It's my only off day in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So but at the same time, it's like. I'm here for the fans. I have a chance to, make a little kid's life. A memory he'll remember forever. So it's like, I'm gonna take a picture of this kid. If he wants something signed, whatever, I'll sign. I have no problem with that. It's just sometimes it's just one person after another. Hey, can I get a picture? Hey, can I get a picture? Hey, I'll tell you. Hey, I'll tell you. Like, it's just like one person after another, and I'm trying to go do something, walk around somewhere. It's like,
Will you come to our podcast? Like,
no.
you want to buy a pair of jeans? What's that like?
I have to go online. Most clothes are online.
We're gonna wrap this up, man. We appreciate your time.
thank you.
Angry Jay's just got a couple questions that we all are gonna answer. If you wouldn't mind,
do it.
just
Easy.
It's round robin.
let's go.
All right, we're going to start with football. Hope you don't mind. So then
You
we'll,
like
we'll
football?
get to basketball.
Yeah.
Who's gonna win
There's like a
today?
dozen.
Who's gonna win, or who do I want to win?
Yeah, give me both.
All right, so I obviously, I would like to see the 49ers win, but it's hard to go against the Chiefs. Patty's.
I'm going the exact opposite.
T Swift, baby, let's go.
Stop. Now, we're going to start old school with the who would you rather. We'll start with Donovan. We'll go Don Father. We'll go that way.
Just one word. All you have to tell you.
Yeah. So I hope you know who a couple of these guys are. John Elway, Steve Young. Who you taking?
John Elway.
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 The lefty
Young.
I'm going Elway too.
I'll go Young.
All right. The last older
from
one.
Connecticut.
Lawrence Taylor, Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis.
Lawrence Taylor.
LT.
LT all day. Theismann.
I'm going LT on myself.
LT, we're just older. We saw it.
We got one run to Ray Lewis. All right. This is newer guys. CJ Stroud, Jordan Love.
Oh, CJ Stroud.
Stroud.
Dog.
Stroud.
All day, Stroud.
I'm going Love.
Stroud killed my team, so no brainer for me.
All right. This is a tough one. Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. All right. You're quickly. Go ahead. All right.
Josh Allen.
Josh.
Really?
Josh Allen.
I got to go Burrow because of the get the gat. You know that thing?
I'm going Burrow.
I'm going Burrow, too. He already played in the big game, right?
Yep.
Allen hasn't gotten there.
All right. We'll go basketball. John Stockton. That's old school for you. Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
Whoa.
Stockton.
Chris Paul.
Stockton all day.
Stockton, too. Short shorts.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. A little more for you. Kyrie Irving, Damian Lillard.
Dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Kyrie Irving is the best scorer of all time. Sorry.
Jesus.
Kyrie's better, but
Top 3 scorer of all time. Sorry.
Lillard.
Damn time.
I'm going Lillard because I don't want the headache of Irving. I will agree
He
with
raps,
his
too.
skill level is off the charts.
You ever hear
I
his
would agree
rhymes?
with Donovan if Kyrie was ever
He spits
invested,
bars,
he's
dude.
one of the best 5-10 players of all time.
All right, so we threw this one out at an earlier podcast. All these guys, I'm going to give you a second chance. Anthony Edwards, SGA.
Oh.
Yeah, this was a tough one.
Like, who do I want on my team? Like you're saying.
Nah, it's
Whatever
your
you
general
want.
manager or the coach going forward. Who do you want on your team?
It's right now. It's very hard to go against SGA.
I would
SGA.
agree with that. SGA.
Yeah, I was SGA, and then you got me watching these highlights of this other guy.
Yeah, I know.
He's
He's
almost
unreal.
like
He's
he's
unreal.
like a
Kermit?
Space Jam guy, like,
Jumps to the gym. To the gym.
and can shoot it. Like
Yeah.
I got to go Edwards, man.
He's
He's sick.
got that little elf one.
great
It
actor.
might be him.
I'm taking Edwards.
He
Yeah.
might be him.
Yeah.
I'm going to echo Bobby Mack just for the reasons you said. As soon as you brought it up a few weeks ago, I started studying it and watching it a little
unreal.
bit. He's top 5 in the game.
He's dunking the ball with his bicep.
I'm
dude.
not worried about that. I'm worried about winning. But so, again, arguments
They're
with people.
winning now.
Yeah, I'm getting arguments with people all the time now. And Jason Tatum. Now you're a Celtic fan, so Jason Tatum, Luka Doncic. Who do you want going forward on your team? See, you got to think about it.
I'm shocked. The Mavericks haven't done well. Like the record's not that gets. I don't see them winning ever. Like the Celtics, Jason Tatum's winning.
I'm a Celtics fan. I want Luka.
I'll say Tatum.
He's lazy. I got to go Tatum. The
All
other
right,
guy's
so-
lazy.
Again, arguments. I think Tatum's
He's talented. He's
they're gonna
lazy.
they have a better chance of winning. Like Luka is unbelievable, but I'm going Tatum.
Tatum, yeah.
I'm shocked.
Can
at
we
that.
take Luca's mom?
Does she come? Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Luca.
Halliburton or Maxey?
Oh, Tyrese Halliburton.
Okay, easy
Without
for
a
you.
doubt.
Yeah, I like Halliburton.
Halliburton.
Without a doubt, same. But like, what's weird about him that like,
His jump shot.
Shot, yeah.
His jump shot's a little funky, but he's a
Goes in.
animal.
fine, good.
I'll take
Take it in
Maxey.
there.
I'll be different. I'll take Maxey.
how
Downhill. Listen, Halliburton, I'm off the charts, but the way they play is, and it's almost like Loyola Marymount from years ago. So his stats are always going to look a little better.
I didn't expect Halliburton to be this good, but he is. So, yeah, I'm going with him.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. Morant or Zion going forward? Who do you want?
I'm taking John Morant.
Speaking about get the
I'm
gap,
taking neither, but I'll take Ja.
I'll take Ja as well.
I will never take Ja in anything based on his stupidity and his father. So you
Yeah.
put him up against anyone. I'll take White Mamba over him.
What?
I'm pretty sure
Scalabrini.
pretty sure Zion's not White Mama, but I'll take Zion too.
No, I'm saying I'd take anybody over.
Lesser
That jerk.
of the two evils. I'll go Zion as
All
well.
right, last basketball one. Trey Young, De'Aaron Fox.
That's a tough one.
What do you want passing the ball to next year?
No,
That eliminates.
3 years from now. No.
He's not getting a ball from either one of those guys.
I mean, like Trey Young shoots a ball. De'Aaron Fox is a dog. Trey Young.
Trey Young. All right,
I'll go Swiper.
Trey Young.
Fox all day.
I'm going Fox too.
Nice hair.
I feel like Trey Young is almost underrated now.
Yeah, he
Nobody
is.
talks about it. Maybe because it's basketball in Atlanta and they're not very good. But
it's a
when he
joke
came
down
in
there.
the first couple of years,
He's a dog.
yeah, Trey Young.
They
You
hate
going
him at
Trey
the
Young,
Garden,
too?
by the way.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't guard. All right, last one. So you're done with a 2-hour and 45-minute practice, and you're going back to your dorm, and you don't have your chef. This is old school, where you got to go back to Towers and make your own sandwich. Grilled cheese or peanut butter and jelly?
Go cheese. I eat
Grilled
like 3 a
cheese.
day.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Do I get tomato soup or no?
No.
Let's make it yourself.
Toasted cheese, or does it have to be grilled?
You got to make it, dude. What the hell? Jesus Christ.
I eat 3 a day.
Grilled cheese. I'm going
Oh,
grilled
no,
cheese.
if I could, I would. I mean, trying to lose
Peanut
some
butter and
weight.
jelly. I'm a peanut butter guy.
That it? Last thing. Best teammate of all time. You've been blessed with good ones, so
It's hard not to give to Andre.
yeah, that's great to hear. As a fan of basketball and UConn, like that's just a special thing to hear.
Your love for him has
No, I
definitely
love
come
all my
across
teams.
here.
Last year's team was special. This year's team special. I mean, I miss a lot of those guys from last year. You know, Joey California, Dama,
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
Dama, Jordan. You know, but this year we got a lot of special guys too. You know, but it's just we got special guys.
Donovan,
Oh man, we're rooting for you.
Appreciate
thank you
man.
so much for
Thank you.
stopping by. We didn't want to take your time
No,
up, but
hey,
to be here in
you're
person,
good.
man, it's crazy. To us, you're the Charter Oak. That's going to catch on, I'm telling you, man.
Bobby Mack, you and I have tried.
From the beginning.
Yeah, from the beginning.
No,
Yeah,
we're going to now make the T-shirts. All the proceeds will go NIL to this guy. You'll get the first one. What do you get? Double X?
Double
Tall?
X. Tall,
Yeah.
sure. If you could do tall, we'll do tall.
Oh, we're going to do that. Do you know what a NARP is?
NARP?
Yeah.
Yeah, a non-athletic regular person.
Yeah. So that's what these college athletes call other people, man.
Are you surrounded by nerds?
All right. Well, you're no NARP, man. Go Chiefs or whatever. Go Patty.
Go Niners.
Thank
baby.
you. Red Sox or Yankees?
I'm a Yankees fan.
Let's go. Soto in the house.
place.
All right, man. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Donovan.
Anytime. Thank you
Super
for having
Sunday,
me.
boys. Great job.
Yep.
Executive producer Kevin Ross, Round Mountain Sound, AJ Bennell, Capital Securities. Guys, you got money kicking around? Call Joe Moriello. He's
Go
going to make your
Huskies.
life well planned.
Huskies.
Go Huskies.
Later.
Let's go.